In a brief court hearing last week, Mono County Judge Stan Eller confirmed his tentative decision. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power case that attacks Mammoth's water rights will stay in Mono County with an assigned neutral judge. Jonah Mathewson covered this story for Sierra Wave Media. Now, the courtroom was packed and the court opened up another room for the overflow crowd. The audio of the hearing was piped into that room. Community leaders and citizens responded to the call for action from Mammoth Community Water District Manager Greg Norby, who had asked them to show up for the hearing with a show of support to keep this critical court fight in Mono County. LADWP attorneys had filed a motion to move both water lawsuits to Fresno County. At the start of the hearing, Judge Stan Eller disclosed that when he was Mono County District Attorney, he handled cases against LADWP on Rush Creek and the Owens Gorge. He said that he has been a local resident since 1982 and is a customer of Mammoth Community Water District. Judge Eller said, quote, "In spite of that, I can be fair and impartial," end quote. The DWP lawyers presented their points on moving the case to Fresno as a neutral forum. It's closer for them, has a better airport, and has qualified environmental law judges. But then the LA lawyer surprised the crowd when he said that there were a lot of people in the courtroom with a lot of interest, and it would be okay with LA if the court brought in a different judge. The Water District was fine with that. Now, Judge Eller said he already intended to keep the case in Mono County and get another judge. In fact, the judge said he had already contacted the administrative office of courts about getting an assigned judge. Now, the judge set another appearance for May 10th, 9:30 a.m. in Mammoth Court to reveal the identity of an assigned judge. Now, this hearing may be the easy part of what could be a very difficult and costly legal fight for Mammoth Lakes. LADWP contends they have the rights to Mammoth Creek water. Mammoth Creek provides half to three-fourths of the town's supply and is the largely consistent water supply. Without it, the town could not exist as it is today. Now, so far, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power has offered no reasonable settlement in the view of Mammoth Community Water District. They want Mammoth to find a water supply and pay for the amount of water LA is not getting from Mammoth Creek, this in perpetuity. Mammoth Community Water District Manager Greg Norby said that's not possible. He has met with DWP staff in Bishop and will continue to try to negotiate a resolution. Letters from Mammoth and Mono County will go to LA's mayor and city council asking them for a peaceful end to this fight. Now, Thursday afternoon, following the hearing, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power issued a news release in which it said that their intent is not to, quote, "stop all Mammoth Creek and groundwater use by Mammoth," end quote. However, the release does go on to say the, quote, "LADWP holds senior water rights to Mammoth Creek, which must be protected," end quote. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this following series of stories. Under a new law that deals with municipal bankruptcy, the town of Mammoth Lakes could declare a state of fiscal emergency and go directly to bankruptcy proceedings. Mammoth has chosen the alternative in that law: neutral evaluation and mediation with creditors. Now, asked about the choice the town of Mammoth Lakes has made, Assistant Town Manager Mariana Marashiva Martinez said that Assembly Bill 506 says neutral evaluation of finances is a required precursor of bankruptcy. Martinez said it allows us to review financial issues and creditors. She indicated that declaration of a fiscal emergency is premature. She said that this kind of declaration would be appropriate if the town were eager to declare bankruptcy. She said the town, quote, "wants to deal with creditors and mainly with MLLA," end quote. Martinez also said that even with the writ issued by the court demanding full payment to MLLA, the town still has time until June 30th to, quote, "hopefully reach a settlement with MLLA." Now, AB 506 says that declaration of a fiscal emergency would require findings that, quote, the financial state of the local public entity jeopardizes the health, safety, or well-being of the residents of the local public entity's jurisdiction or service area absent bankruptcy protections, end quote. Now, asked if the town of Mammoth would qualify for fiscal emergency status, Martinez said the $42 million outstanding debt would qualify the town if it has to be paid immediately. Now, this would be a threat to everyone, she said. She called it a possible hypothetical. The assistant town manager said, quote, this is real, but we hope MLLA will return to the table and settle on something we can pay, end quote. Now, Martinez did say last week Mammoth Town government has a long-term structural financial problem that will require more cuts. Next fiscal year, the town expects a nearly $3 million shortfall. Revenues, Martinez said, are not keeping up with expenses. Now, partly as a result of this, the town sent out letters to all town creditors, including employees, to ask them to mediate lower payments. Now, one of the town's legal firms is working to get a mediator on board to begin sessions this month. This type of mediation can be a prelude to bankruptcy. Martinez said Mammoth is experiencing what many towns, counties, and states now deal with: rising retirement, medical, and other costs in the face of declining revenues. It means, as things are now, Mammoth cannot pay its bills long term without making more changes. Martinez said transient occupancy tax is not growing as it used to, and property taxes are dropping. Sales taxes are growing, but the increase is not keeping up with the expenditure side. Now, next fiscal year, town employees' contracts entitle them to a 4.5% increase. CalPERS, the state retirement fund, has lost money over recent years through its stock market investments. That means the town has to pay more into the pension system. Now, more recently, CalPERS experienced another revenue decline, and again, more money now required from the town of Mammoth Lakes. Medical insurance costs have gone up 5 to 9%, Martinez said. Service contracts have gone up too. The bottom line, salaries, benefits, and retirement are going higher than revenue on a consistent basis. And you can read more on this story. Check out our website, sierrawave.net. And Bennett Kessler again filed this story. Mariana Marashiva Martinez works for the town of Mammoth Lakes under a contract. As she says, her duties are limited in nature. Now, once the issues are done, she said, the town shouldn't need her. That's why she has applied for a job in Yakima, Washington. Sierra Wave website commenters revealed an article from the Yakima Herald Republic newspaper online. That article says that the Yakima Town Council named 4 candidates as finalists to become the next city manager. Asked about this move on her part, Marashiva Martinez said she told the town council that most of the work she does is limited in nature, and she said when the town gets over the big hump of the settlement with MLLA, financial issues and personnel rules, her task will essentially be complete. Martinez said she is committed to finish her work in Mammoth, and she said that the town is not in a position to have, quote, the luxury of an assistant town manager, end quote, but should have one when the town can afford one. She said the town should not need her after her tasks are completed. Martinez said she knows the town council likes her and she likes being in Mammoth, but with an end in view, the experienced manager is looking ahead. Now, some citizens have complained about Martinez's $4,000 per week pay, but others have noted her competency and seeming ability to handle the perilous MLLA situation. We'll be back with more news.